Dear children, today we are going to revise chapter 1 and 3. In this session, you will be able to remind what you studied in chapter 1, Know the Environment, and chapter 3, Goal. Sense organs, super sense of seeing, hearing, smell, and taste in animals, sleeping and waking habits of animals, rough games and soft games, games and sports, vital capacity, and Olympics. Let us move with chapter 1. We have 5 sense organs that help us to experience the world around us. Eyes to see, nose to smell, ears to hear, skin to touch and feel, and tongue to taste. Among that, eyes are the most important one. What all things we can do to keep our eyes healthy? Don't try to read in dim light. Reduce glare from screen. Take regular break while working on computers and mobiles. And eat vitamin A rich food items. Let us look super sense of seeing in animals. Owl is a bird which have good night vision. Its eyes are tube shaped and completely immobile. The birds which have sharp vision are eagle, kite, and vultures. Most of the herbivorous animals like deer, zebra, cow, etc. have eyes on their either sides of their body to see the predators coming from both sides. Then we studied about the color vision in animals. Different animals see things in different colors. Animals that are awake at night can see things in black and white only. Animals that are awake at daytime can see almost all colors. The next point in our chapter 1 is super sense of hearing. Bat and dolphins can locate its prey by echolocation. The snake, elephant, spider, grasshopper, etc. can hear by vibrations. Similarly, tree hopper, kangaroo rat also have the super sense of hearing through vibration. African elephant is the animal that is having the biggest ear in the world, and the speciality of rabbit is that it can hear independently by both ears. The next point in that chapter is super sense of smell and taste. Bear and shark have super sense of smell in the case of animals. Then let us look to the taste zones of our tongue, which is the most important one. Tip of our tongue, we can identify sweet, back end of the tongue, bitter, front sides of the tongue, salty, and back sides of the tongue, sour. Then in this session we studied about ants that always we see move in a line because of the chemicals produced by them, pheromones. They get the smell of it and move in a line. In the case of mosquitoes, they can find us even in darkness by the smell of the carbon dioxide exhaled by us, and also they can feel the heat of our body. That's the case of super sense of smell in animals. Now let us look about the whiskers. We can see whiskers in seal, cat, tiger, etc. That is the facial hair which helps them to it is a very sensitive, and it helps them to know the air vibration, to spot the danger, to find the enemy, etc. Then sleeping and waking habits in animals. Giraffe and horse sleep on standing. And sloth is the laziest animal in the world which sleeps for 18 hours a day. Then we had seen the sleeping and waking clock of the animals. Cow, it is 4 hours. Cat, 12 hours. Python, it is 18 hours. In the case of horse, it sleeps for only 2 hours. Now let us look to the summary of the chapter. Our senses are the windows to the world around us. The span of our vision increases with 2 eyes. Birds like eagle, vulture, etc. have very sharp vision. Most herbivorous animals have eyes on the sides of their head which provide a large field of vision. Animals that are awake at night can see things in only black and white color. The senses of certain animals are sharper than human beings, which helps them to survive in various environments. Duration of sleep varies for different animals. That's all about chapter 1. Now let us move to chapter 3. In this chapter we studied about sports and games. Chaturanga. It is the ancestor of chess. It originated in India. It was a game played by the kings. Then we had seen rough games and soft games. Example for rough game is football and example for soft game is chess. There are a lot more examples. All the games that require full body movements we call them rough games, and the games that we play for our brain development we call it soft games. Next, we had studied about the difference between games and sports. Games. It is a structural form of play and we play for competition and also for entertainment also. For example, basketball, football, cricket, etc. Sports or athletics involves sports events like running, jumping, throwing, etc. For example, running race, javelin throw, discus throw, long jump, high jump, etc. In the next session, we had seen the qualities of good player. Discipline, cooperation, team spirit, sharing mentality, follow instructions of the team leader are the good qualities of a player. Computer games are bad for our health. Bad effects of computer games are addiction, isolation, and obesity. Gender discrimination was there in our society at olden times. That means at olden times women had so many restrictions. They didn't have freedom to play. Even in Olympics, women were not allowed to participate at the beginning. Later, in 1900 only, women were allowed to participate in competitions in Olympics. The next session in their chapter was about vital capacity. The instrument to measure vital capacity is spirometer and the instrument to measure heartbeat is stethoscope. Vital capacity means the volume of air exhaled after strong inhalation is called vital capacity. We can increase our vital capacity through continuous exercises. The picture of spirometer is displayed here and stethoscope you already know. Now let us move to Olympics. Ancient Olympics was held in Olympia, Greece on the year 393 AD. It got its name from the place Olympia. Father of modern Olympics is Pierre de Coubertin. He presented the idea of Olympics in 1894 and the first modern Olympics was held in Athens Greece in 1896. This is the Olympic flag. It contains 5 rings that represents 5 continents. Blue for Europe, black for Africa, red for America, green for Australia, and yellow for Asia. We all are Asians, Indians, so our ring, the color of our ring is yellow. Then we had seen that the lady grandma, the lady who is known as Kerala Grandma Meenakshi Amma, an exponent in Kalaripayattu, who is above 70 years old. Then in that session we had seen that at olden times the sports equipments were not that much costly. The people were playing with whatever available in their locality. But nowadays the sports equipments require much money, and there are many brands related to it. Let us sum up the chapter. First point, games are classified as rough games and soft games. Games are necessary to develop a body and mind. Each game has its own rules. Olympics has 2 types of competition, games and athletics. Women were permitted in Olympics in 1900. The volume of air exhaled after strong inhalation is vital capacity. Stethoscope is used to test the working of heart. Exhaling air contains water vapor and carbon dioxide. Nehru Trophy is a popular boat race in Kerala. There are many women Olympians in India. Games has become an earning profession. That's all about chapter 1 and 3. Study well and thank you all. Best of luck for your exams. Have a nice day.